So yeah, I get sidetracked from my mandolins from time to time, and I've been sidetracked a little bit this month too. Um, what do I do when I'm sidetracked? Uh, I like to whittle, and I'm not a wood carver. I'm not an artist. I don't do sculptures and stuff. I carve doodads. And what's a doodad? Well, a doodad is something that you carve and you give to somebody and they say, "How'd you do that?" And I'll give you an example. This this was carved from one piece of wood. It's actually a leg off a piece of furniture that was in Goodwill that I salvaged. But it's all one piece of wood. There's no glue involved. And it's a variation on a theme that's called balls in a cage. So here's the cage, and I got three balls in there, and it's just kind of fun to whittle these things. Here's another thing. Here's a chain. This is all one piece of wood. There's no joints. There's no glue. Uh, Continuous. This is walnut. Here's another piece of walnut. There's a ball in a cage, and another ball in a cage, and it's joined by a chain, all one piece of wood. And this is what I've been doing in June, actually May too. uh, Ball in a cage, um, a slider, a slider, slider, and then down here there's a handle with a big long cage and two balls in it. And I like things that make noise, move around. And just in case you're really interested in like being bored to tears, I put together some pictures that I took as I was carving this to show you how I do this. And you might be interested also in what kind of knives I use. I don't use a pocket knife, although I got a bunch of pocket knives. Uh, the main knife that I use, this is my favorite. This is made by Deep Woods Ventures. Uh, it's it's a relatively strong, thick blade, and I've knocked some of the blade off to make it more slender here, and that allows me to get into really tight places. Now, needless to say, I keep that very, very sharp. And, all my carving knives are very sharp. Uh, Here's another one of my favorites. Slightly different blade shape. The shape is called a scimitar, You can see it's curved instead of straight. And this is another one of my favorites. This one is, the blade shape is very similar to the first one, except that the blade is a lot thinner, and this is a lot better for shaving off very thin shavings, or making deeper cuts too. So that's what I do part of the time when I'm not picking the mandolin or trying to pick the mandolin. Um, this video is going on longer than I thought it would, but you know, whatever. Uh, the rest of the time when I'm not picking the mandolin and not whittling, I'm playing golf. And so maybe one day I'll make a video about golf, but I doubt it. And now to get back to playing the mandolin.